Pirate Handyman, where we teach you how to become self-sufficient and save coin for your treasure chest. If you kind of dig what we're doing here, hit that subscribe button down below and the notification bell, and that way every time a new video drops, which is every Tuesday and Thursday, you'll get a new tip on how you can save coin for your treasure chest and learn how to do stuff for yourself. What we're going to do today is we're going to replace the fill valve in a toilet. Now, we have a previous video where we showed you how to replace the flapper, and we've got the toilet drained for that. But let's say that you have a problem where the toilet's not filling correctly, it won't fill at all, or the water won't turn off. Anyway, there's something wrong with the fill valve. So we've turned the water intake off, and we've also drained all the water out. That's in the video link that you can see here someplace, that when we took all the water out for the fill valve. So what we're going to do now, for the flapper. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take out the fill valve. So the first thing, after we've gotten all the water out of the tank, it's hard to get it all out. So we're going to use a bucket here, and the first thing we're going to do is take the where the water comes in. It's underneath here, and it should be just finger tight. We take it loose. Have a rag down there too, just in case. So now we've got the water inlet taken out. Now you'll see that there will be another nut that looks like this, and that's what's holding the unit in there. So we just take that out, just loosen it, and you can hear the rest of our water running out down there. We're just going to throw this old assembly away. Alright, so you notice that we have some sediment in the tank, so I want to make sure that I get that sediment wiped away from the hole here where we're going to put the new flush valve. So just take my rag and wipe that all off of there. Now, read the instructions on whatever particular flush valve you get, but generally this has to be about an inch below the top of the tank. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the rubber grommet, put it on here, then we're just going to push it through the hole and see where we are. Now we're quite a bit high here, and there's an adjustment. And again, this is in the instructions on each fill valve. So you take this loose, push it up, and in this case we're going to push it to make it smaller. So we're going to test again, see where we are. And we probably want to go down just a shade, so we can just twist it. Then we put this collar back on, and that's going to keep it in place. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take our white nylon nut here. We're going to push this down, and now we're going to tighten the nut, and again we're just going to get it finger tight. You don't need to really tighten it a whole lot. You just want to make sure you get a seal on the bottom so no water is leaking out. And since there's probably a little bit of water in the tank, you're going to feel that. Now we want to make sure we align this before we completely tighten it. So the little spout here where we're going to connect the fill hose, we want it pointing at this thing here, which is where the water goes in. So we'll get it on there finger tight. Then we're going to also put our intake hose back on. And again, as we've talked about before with plumbing, especially with anything that's plastic, you want to make sure you get it lined up correctly so you don't cross-thread it. Because remember we talked about cross-threading will mash the threads and then you won't get a good seal. And you have to be patient. All right, so now that we've got it on, we're going to hook the tubes up. Now these happen to have these cool little clips, and this will help the hose stay where it's supposed to go. So we first put it on here, and it just slips over the top. And then this is going to go in here. Now, you want to make sure that this isn't going to hit the top of the tank. So we look here, here's the fill, and it has a little thing that is going to clip onto the tank. I'm sorry, clip onto this spout here. So you go ahead and put that on. So now, as we look at this, you can see it's too high. So I'm just going to get a pair of scissors. And look, and I want to have it about here, because you don't need a whole lot of extra. So I'm going to move this back. Just take my scissors and cut that off. Push this down. And move my little clip down there. Now I'm going to check to make sure I've got everything here tight. And I'm going to turn the water back on. So you can hear it's filling. I'm going to check for leaks. And just check with your hand. Now since you probably already had some water down there from when we were working on it, just wipe all that water off. And check to see if any new water shows up. So it'll take a minute to fill up here. All right, so now we're going to adjust this. You can see that on the side of the filler tube, it tells us how high it should be, and we're about 1 inch low. So there's a little knob right here that is going to change the tension on the float. So we want the float to come up higher. So we're going to turn this clockwise to tighten it up. And you'll hear in a minute the water should come back on. Now we want to make sure it's going to fill up to the line. And our line is about right here, and I hit it so it's not quite there yet, so I'm going to tighten it a little bit more. That's about where we want it. So, checking again for leaks. We have no leaks. Make sure that our flapper valve is working right. And it shuts off right where it should. So we hope you found this helpful. If you dig what we're doing, hit that subscribe button down below. And if you have any comments, if there's something that you've done that's a little different than this, that you feel works a little better or a little differently, let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. But thanks again from the Pirate Handyman, and here's to smooth sailing.